Hey guys, Troy here, Cape Ann Conversations again. Thank you so much for joining us because we have pure entertainment for everyone today. It's going to be a fun time. We're going to learn some stuff about ourselves and maybe about the universe. I'm thinking I've got Rebecca and Mariella, I hope I'm saying that right, with me today from Apothecary Suil Crow.
Very good.
I'm going to pass it to Rebecca first here. Give us a little bit of history, when you got started, and where you're at so everybody can picture it.
Wonderful. Hi everyone. I am an Old World folk practitioner. I learned from the age of 13 on how to carry on Old World practices and traditions. A lot of people have the misconception about Wicca and witchcraft and what it actually involves. And so practitioner work actually started from Scandinavia. And when there were Vikings still around, yay, Vikings, they went up to Scandinavia, grabbed like a lot of their old folklores, a lot of their old holidays, brought them back down to England, Ireland, and Scotland. And then when everyone came over the boat, because everyone did come over on the boat, they brought over the traditions with them. And so it kind of morphed and molded and everything. So what we practice at the store is a product of paganism, which is just another word that was given to us a long time ago, and folk magic. Folk magic is all about giving back to the community, about enriching people's lives with education, about learning how the universe can actually heal you on a natural basis. Because when the universe was actually created, it gave you everything that you could possibly need to naturally heal yourself, both spiritually and both medically. And so, what we do there is we help bring back the old ways. I wanted to open up a store in Rockport because there's a lot of old tradition. Not only is there ley lines underneath of the whole entire area, ley lines are kind of like an electrical charge highway. It's like the veins of the universe, right? And so when there's a spiritual connection, all of those go through the ley lines. Tap that into the fact that everything's built on top of granite, which is a giant conductor. The spiritual aspect is huge. Back in the day in the 1970s, there was a woman by the name of Louisa Poole. She was one of the first palm readers in Rockport. And when I was a kid, she would tell me that she would see me when she got older. I wanted to open up a store there, just happened to go to the Whistlestop Mall. Her shop was actually open and available for rent, and I signed the lease that day, and it's been wonderful for the last 4 years.
It's been a sign of the universe,
Sign
really.
of the universe. The universe always prevails and gives you signs, and you just have to wake up and open your eyes and accept them. So,
All right. And
yes.
and Mariella, how did you two get connected and get started and how did you get into this?
Well, it was so cool because I've been a tarot reader for about like 25 years. Like back in the day in Western Mass, which like Western Mass and Eastern Mass have this whole not a witch. We don't call it witch wars. However, witch war. We just tend to be like a little bit different in the way we do our magical stuff. And we in Rockport are a little different than what they do in Salem. Like Salem tends to be a lot of the big hair 1980s, like still got the eyeliner, like kind of like heart. And I was a metalhead. Don't get me wrong. But there just tends to be kind of like this competition, blah blah blah. And I'm just not into that,
Yeah.
So I was like, I used to go to Salem. I'm like, well, and I actually was offered a job to read tarot at Crowhaven Corner in Salem, and I just was like, you know what? I don't want all this drama.
Yeah, it's that and tourism. It's all about tourism
All
now.
about tourism. It's all about drama. They sell like crystals at the Walmart or whatever, and we just can't get into
Yeah.
that. So I was like, hey, and I just see this like store opening. I'm like, what? And I come in and it's this magical cottage, and I'm just like, oh my god! It just felt like home. I was like, oh, this is such a beautiful magical cottage. And then it was like, just worked out that I was able to become an affiliate and read and get back into reading. Like I was like, I hadn't been doing it in a while, and then it was just like, oh my god! And then it's like now people think we're the same. They either think we're the same person or that we're sisters. Like all the time. People are like, oh, isn't that your sister? Oh.
It must be.
It's like, and then they'll have a conversation with me like that they started with Rebecca, and it'll be like, okay, I'm not like, what, hold on, wait. And they're like explaining something that they already explained to you. It's really kind of cool. So it's like a meant to be thing.
And this store is open. You mentioned this in sort of the pre-talk that it's open year round. It's like always there, which Rockport's not always on.
No, it's not. And I think that that's the misconception of Rockport too, is that it's always like the whole touristy idea. But there's such a huge population in Rockport, from like the elderly just to the community in general, that there's always a need for gifts. There's always a need for a pickup item, or there's always a need to treat yourself to something beautiful. And so when a lot of stores close down on Bears Connect, there is only a small amount of stores that are actually open for the community. And so that's why I wanted to have a place that people could go to. At the Whistlestop Mall, it's free parking. So my customers can pull right up to my front of my store. I'm handicap accessible, which a lot of the stores downtown in Rockport are not. They're kind of like grandfathered in. So anyone of any age can actually come into the establishment and be able to shop and find that magical item that they're looking for.
Yeah, and you guys were nice enough to bring me a little gift basket.
Oh, you have a basket full of all sorts of stuff.
So the store it's not a tarot card reading store or by itself. It's a store of gifts.
Yeah,
It's like to go and shop for someone.
absolutely. It's a gifts for all occasion with a little
Yeah.
touch of magic. So we have everything from homemade jams, jellies, butters, and marmalades. We have handmade lotion, handmade jewelry. We have wreaths and dry flowers all over the place. Um, oh my goodness, there's like so much. There's the one of the packets that are in there is from Haverhill, and it's a baking kit, and it's a 1 bowl baking kit. So we gave you a good one, by the way.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. And and of course, the stones and crystals. We have a lot of sterling silver items that are in the store.
What's unique is that most of the gifts in the store, the vast majority, what would you say, 80-90% are from local
Yeah,
crafters.
we have things that are probably made by your neighbor. We
Yeah.
have beautiful crystallized candles that are infused with Reiki by Erin. She's just absolutely amazing. We have just jewelry from local people. A wonderful jeweler named Jessica is in there as well. Um, we have like handmade lotions and everything from local people. It's an amazing compilation of being able to bring the community together and being able to have an outlet for people to be able to sell their products when they're normally not able to find a place, or they can't afford to open up a place on their own, or they're just starting out and they see what they want to like do if it's going to work out. And so we do that for people. We like surround them with positive energy and sell their products so they can be happy about what they do, so they can keep on making what really brings them great joy and great love.
Yeah. And so you have the shop where you can actually shop, but then you have these engaging services as
Oh,
well.
yes, absolutely. So during the summertime, we have a beautiful outdoor patio that is surrounded by um, herbs that we grow by hand, by seed. And it's actually a free herb and vegetable garden for the community to help people that are have food insecurity. We also have a food bank, but then we have this beautiful table, and you sit outside with one of our amazing readers, like Mariella, and then you're just encased in nature. When you're getting your reading done, birds are flying next to you. Bees are humming and pollinating flowers. It's a complete overall experience of, again, getting in touch with the universe around you. And Mariella is exceptionally gifted. There's not many people that I let read my cards just because, like, as a reader myself, I'm like, whoa. But she's just absolutely outstanding. And we're actually going to be offering to pull a couple of cards for you today if you want to see what the future may have in hold for you.
I'm absolutely game.
Excellent.
I mean, you feel free. Let's jump in.
I mean, would you like to shuffle the cards, sir?
I do love to shuffle. How did you know?
I mean,
I grew up playing euchre in northern Michigan, and there's actually nothing that I like more than shuffling the cards. And I was saying to my wife the other day, I was like, you know what my parents used to do? They used to play cards with their friends all the time.
It's very true.
And now nobody plays cards, and my favorite thing was playing euchre with.
the playing cards actually come from the tarot.
Yep, they
Yeah,
do.
do they?
Yeah.
They do. So back in the day, before TV, radio, and even existed, what people would do that were in touch with the universe around them is that they would use different mediums in order to help predict the future, right? So you used to use regular deck of playing cards. The other thing that they would do would be tea leaf reading, and they would actually sit, have a nice cup of tea. You could do it with coffee grounds as well, and you could read the leaves to see what's in your future. So by you shuffling, you put your energy into the deck. A lot of times we say don't ask any questions because the deck kind of tells you what you need to know. But by you engaging and putting your energy in there, then it's easier for us to be able to read and connect.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, I want to hear about love and money.
Yeah.
And I'm like, doesn't tell you about love and money. It tells you the truth.
Right.
I'm worried it's gonna tell me I'm gonna die.
Oh my,
Everybody feels
I
that. They're like, oh my
know.
gosh, it's going to be like, that's it. I mean, I
What's
don't
the
know.
card?
I feel like we don't do a parlor trick kind of
No.
tarot. You know, some
Yeah.
people, it's like there's people who do it for sensationalism. There's people who do it for like, oh, dun dun dun, and it's like that's more like what you see on TV.
Right.
Or you know.
If they try to feed information from you, then they don't know what they're doing. The
Yeah.
more that the reader asks you questions in the beginning, the more that likelihood is that it is a power trick. But we don't ask questions because again,
The
the
cards are
cards never
gonna tell
lie.
me.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Golly.
let's see. You know, we'll talk a little bit about what the tarot is too and how it works.
Yes, please do that because there's definitely people that haven't done this. I
Right.
There
think shout
are.
out to my sister Jamie. I think my sister Jamie is big time.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
they like a lot of people are they do get concerned. And we always tell people if we could predict certain things in life, say like love and money, we would be in a castle with
Right.
very much riches surrounding us and stuff like that. So it's not that kind of thing. It just kind of wakes you up to the possibility of if you stay on the same path that you are on right now, what could possibly be in your future. But it's always the truth of the matter is that you have the ability to change your future. Nothing is set in stone. So if you are made aware of a situation and the path that you were on and you want to change it, that's what gives us the great ability of being human beings in general. You never have to stay where you are and what you're doing if it doesn't make you happy. What is not for you is against you. So if you don't like what you're doing, pick up the pieces and move on.
Go find different energy.
Go find different
Right.
energy. Absolutely. Come to the shop.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, I'm intrigued, so I'm going to have.
Yeah, so let's. This is
Definitely over explain it like
Uh,
verbally so the listeners can.
Oh yeah, because people may not be looking.
Yeah.
So what I do is I cut the deck up like this, right? So, the first card here is the Ace of Cups. So let me explain about what the suits are in the tarot. You know how you have hearts in the regular deck?
Yeah.
So there's hearts, spades, diamonds. So the hearts are cups in the tarot, and that's emotions.
Okay.
So there's the hearts are cups, and then there's swords, which is thoughts. There's stars or pentacles, which is earth and your like body or money or stuff like that. And then there's wands, and that's action. So this being the ace, that's like, oh, overflowing of emotion. See, and like I look at you and I see like, you know, people may be like, oh, this dude plays sports, what? But I see that you're open emotionally, like energetically. You wouldn't be having us on here,
Right.
you know, if you were just like, that stuff is a bunch of BS.
Yeah.
You know, so like there's a part that where you're just like, you know what, I'm open to different things. I'm open to like heart openness, especially right now in our culture, is rare. So the fact that you're like, hey, let's invite some, these like wild witchy sisters that are down the road. That's really awesome. And it flows. And see, that is also like when it flows like that, the aces are like new beginnings. So it's even more new, you know, the whole path of the cups is like, oh, open to new emotional opportunities.
Yeah.
You
You know
know.
what? I literally like 5 weeks ago, I just bought a new local business. I have 26 new people rolling up to me. I'm super excited about it.
Really?
And I'm working really hard at it.
That's awesome.
That might have something to do with that.
Yeah. And particularly on the open-hearted level, because like a lot of people with business are just like, but being able to be open-hearted at the same time and to connect with people, like, on a heart-soul connection, that's rare.
Yeah, and the customers too. I mean, we have thousands of customers, and there's nobody I like to see more than those customers when they come through the door. And it puts it. I was vacuuming the store the other day, and the person's like, I've never seen anybody smile so big when they're vacuuming. And I was like, that's me, man. I'm happy.
That's so funny because like I vacuum in the store and I put my headphones on. I wait for the train. So our store is right next to the train.
Yeah.
So creatively, I'm like, oh, that's when the train comes. I put my headphones on and then I start. So I'm like singing, and then sometimes someone will come in and they're like, oh, am I interrupting something? Like, no, this is just what we do here. We get
Yeah,
we have
exactly.
fun. We get down. Sometimes we play our music. So that's funny. I smile when I vacuum too.
Yeah, why not? If you're not smiling when you're vacuuming, you're doing something
Absolutely,
wrong,
there's something
people.
totally wrong. Absolutely.
Exactly. So yeah, so this cut when I cut the deck in half, it's like this kind of colors the whole reading. It's like, oh, I see. So here's like a, here's some cups, here's some emotionality. And then this is the Emperor. So there are court cards in the deck, and there are what we call major arcana. That's kind of like archetypal energy. And the Emperor is the one who plants the seeds. So you're saying I'm starting a new business, right? It's like it's planting the seeds, and then the Empress, who's also in there, she makes the seeds grow. She waters the seeds, she nurtures. She's like the fertility part of it. So like Emperor is like, hey, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm out here. I'm making changes. I'm doing things. But like what the Emperor can also be is like smacking people over the head.
Okay.
Right? So like some people read the cards like I read them, I don't read reversed. So some people will be like, "Oh, that's upside down, so this means that he's being too controlling." But right side up it means he's like planting. But I usually get a vibe from somebody, so I don't well that's how my tarot teacher originally taught me. Um Wendy Weatherwax in Western Mass. I hope she's doing
Shout
well
out.
out there. She was just such a wonderful person. I was like, but she had to sleep on, like, take each one of these major arcana and sleep with it. Put it under your pillow for a week and sleep with it, and then see what you dream,
Yeah.
and then like react with the cards. So I usually can get a vibes like because you came up with the Ace of Cups. It's like that's that seed planting energy rather than the over controlling energy.
Yeah.
you
Okay.
know?
Can I touch these?
Yeah.
Awesome. 'Cause I want to show it. And Isaac's working our cameras,
Oh, cool.
so he can probably see this on the camera. So I want to make sure that they see it in the videos.
That's
So far,
awesome.
I would say that you are on the right path.
Good.
That you made
Phew.
your choice was correct.
Taking
Yes.
a little weight off.
Yeah,
me.
we're like, yeah, that is our friend the Emperor. So, King of Pentacles, that's really good too. So, you can show the King
Oh
of
yeah.
Pentacles
Here
if
we
you
go.
want. Yeah. So, the Pentacles, like I said, little star, that is earth based. So, earth has to do with money, has to do with your home, has to do with your health. And having that is really good too, because you like to see a reading that is based in the elements in terms of like balanced, right?
Yeah.
So you don't want to be too much in one element and too much we all want to have some kind of balance. So this says to me it's like you have the ability to take action and go forward, and you have the ability to be grounded. And the groundedness is really important because like if you don't have grounding, if you don't have it's kind of like the castles in the sky.
Yeah.
We don't you need to be able to put some grounding in that. And then you also have this cup, so it's like that's really good if you have the seed planting ability and you have the groundedness. That's fantastic to be able to have the two of those together. And but he can also be stubborn, so these guys both have the ability to kind of be stubborn and stuck in their.
They can kind of fight against each other a little bit.
Yeah, well, it's not like fighting against. It's kind of like everybody has. It's like I'm Capricorn, and like Capricorn's like energy of the positive is like we can start businesses. We can be like strong. We can be a really good friend and loyal, but we can also be stubborn as all heck.
Yep.
I'm a Sagittarius.
Oh, see, that's fire. That's fire, right? Yeah. So that you definitely have the like go forth, do a new thing, start a new business, start a podcast thing. That's
Yeah.
definitely Sag. But you can be fiery.
Right.
That's right.
My best friend's Sag, and she never lets me hear the end of it.
No.
So that's really cool. But that's good to have there, like as like okay, But it might be that saying, you can get stubborn.
Yeah.
So to be careful of that being able to get stubborn thing. But that's King of Pentacles, and then see the stubborn again.
Maybe it's not stubborn. Maybe it's like stick-to-itiveness.
Yeah. See, that's exactly. It's like there's the both and. Right?
I can be stubborn. My wife would tell me that I'm very stubborn.
That's wonderful.
No, that's exactly it. So this is 4 of Pentacles, and see how it's like you can show everybody if you want.
Yeah.
See how he's kind of stuck. And the idea is if your hand is closed, you can't receive.
Yeah.
If your hand is closed, you can't receive. So that guy comes like the miser.
You know what that sometimes I can like take on too much. Like I can be like, oh, I'll just do it, or I'll just do it, and then instead of like letting people like make mistakes and run
That's
with it, and
that's like a good reminder to always allow yourself to have that space away from things. So even though you're trying to do like the business and everything, just a reminder to get out in nature and be able to enjoy things, especially with a family. Because like when you start a new business, it's all about all of those hours.
yeah,
So camping, skiing, whatever comes to your mind, you like get out in nature and be able to surround yourself with that, so you can go with a clear, level head forward.
yeah,
So
rebuild your
that doesn't
energy.
happen.
Yeah,
Yes.
Right. And that these earth things that says like connecting with nature is going to be really helpful. And the emperor likes to have like the empress is that fertility and that the beauty of nature and the blossoming and all of the the ripe pomegranates and stuff like that. So that's having that energy. You want the two to be balanced,
yep,
but you can get stuck, and it can get to be like, especially with business stuff, it's like
yeah,
like, and that can be really, so it's just being like, okay, you know what, I can open. Like a lot of times when they have like the tarot has these images of somebody closed off, we tell them to open.
Be like a butterfly, spread your wings.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like that. That's actually good. That's really good advice because I've been feeling that a little bit. Like I went and like drove 2 hours round trip yesterday for a customer, and I was like, you know what? I should have just trusted the team to do it instead of like just taking this on. Again, I should have just like, gave them the like right and the ability and the trust to go do it. So this is great. Keep
Yeah,
going. Keep going.
Yeah, delegation.
How many cards do we do?
Well, it depends. Like sometimes, depending on how we do it, like sometimes we just do three and then, but like I pay attention to the person, because sometimes the person will be like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah.
But also if you have more complex problems, more complex issues, and, some people will be like, pull another one, because they're just so
Right.
nervous.
Yeah,
And
maybe
then-
you're just coming in and you're just trying to see like, hey, like in the short term, how is my energy giving off right now? And now I've already identified something that I could
Yeah.
try to work on is like, okay, well, my energy is a little bit like guarded, stubborn, and maybe I need to release some trust, and
Yeah.
maybe that's all I want to take away.
Delegate accordingly so you can still spend time with the family.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And maybe that's where you stop sometimes with people, and you're just
Yeah.
like, that's it. That's what we're gonna do.
Right. Or like, we read on New Year's Eve for Rockport, rockin' New Year's Eve, and it's like it's a madhouse, right? But it's great because it's like from like 6 to 10 or something like that. It's like you're just going, one person after the next, after the next, after the next. It's like a marathon.
Yeah.
And those ones, people like we tell them like, hey, if you want to come to the store sometime and have a more in-depth reading, you can. But we definitely have, so sometimes like that's a very interesting. Some people only get a reading once a year on New Year's Eve, and that's it.
Really?
Yeah, they have a tradition that they come. And
I bet
that's what
people
they
do it like on their birthday too.
Right.
I
Yeah.
mean, I have people that come into the store every single week and get one.
Yep.
They're just like, I changed something. Like, let's see what this in the cards now. And just like, it's only been a week, but I will try.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'd be really freaky if the same thing came up.
Sometimes
the
it
exact
does.
same thing.
Sometimes
You're
it
like,
does.
hey.
So again, like when you get a reading, it's just kind of like a spiritual, like, hey, if you continue with what you're doing, nothing's going to change. But when we bring something up to you that you can definitely work on, the minute that you actually soak it up and actually absorb the information, you're already making changes in your head. Just
Yeah.
like you just did when you sat here when Mario was talking. It's like once it's like brought to your attention, that's the way that it goes.
All right, we have to do another card.
Yes.
though.
Yeah. Let's see.
All
We
right.
have to.
Oh, see, look, there's Ace of Wands. I was just
Oh,
thinking about Ace
Oh
of
my
Wands.
goodness.
That's wonderful.
I love that card.
So
It's a good card for you.
we were just talking about like when you said as Ace of Cups, and you were like, "Oh, I'm starting a new business." I'm like, "Well, that's more Ace of Wands." There's Ace of Wands.
Right there.
It's all
There
about
it is.
it.
It's
Absolutely.
right there. And the aces are new beginnings. So this is taking new action.
Yeah.
And that is definitely, it's right above the emperor. So he's like, hey, I'm going to plant the seeds. I'm going to do this. And this can water the seeds over here with the Ace of Cups. And then like grounding, keeping in mind groundedness, but not stuckness.
Yeah.
Like being able to be like, because there's abundance here. King of Pentacles has got all kinds of like all the grapes, and it's like, it's really abundant, but it can also be like,
Okay.
which is, I'm like triple Capricorn. So I'm like stuck in the mud.com.
I love that.
But that's really good, knowing that you can go out there and be like, yes, take that, the caduceus in Greek mythology is like the staff with the snakes on it.
Yep.
That's Hermes, caduceus, and he was the god of business. He's also the god of thievery, and he's the god of transformation. So it's really about transformation and transmutation, and like the whole concept of alchemical immortality and all that kind of stuff. But business, definitely, like, whoo, out there,
Yeah.
just being like, yes. That's why they call something hermetically sealed. It's because Hermes was the only one who could go from the Olympus down to the earth and then down to the underworld. So if even Hermes can't get through, it's hermetically sealed.
Oh, wow. This is so fun. Keep going. Can we do one? What did we do? Are we missing one right
Yeah,
here?
let's put one right here.
I feel like I'm missing one right
Oh,
there.
High Priestess. That's
Aw.
so nice to have her. So there's a feminine, intuitive energy. Could be a person, but there's a feminine, intuitive energy. And I was talking about the pomegranates, like the ripe pomegranates and the High Priestess, but it's being able to take advantage of that intuition, because both can be but also another person that has intuitive information for you, that you can make use of that more.
I'll tell you I say this to everyone. My wife, love her to death, adore her more than anybody in the world. She really is like my rock. She's like the peace I find in all the hard work. And when you say that about that, that's not me. That's her. 100%.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's definitely your wife.
That's her. And another unique thing is I've got my daughter working with me, and it's like when you work really hard, it's like there's not a lot to talk about. You know what I mean? People are shooting the shit when it comes to like baseball or whatever. It's like, no, I'm just working. And and like my daughter working with me has been incredible. It's like, because we have like these inside jokes now and things going on it. And so it's so nice to have her there with me along the journey, somebody I can really trust.
That's awesome.
As well. And so the two ladies in my life are like really incredible
Aw.
peeps.
I love that.
I love that too, because it's like the balance of the energies, and being able to have that, being open to that. Because some people are like, oh, whatever.
No, I totally rely on my wife's energy. Like I tell her I steal it from her. Because she's a teacher. She like in the teacher year, I can't get her energy because she doesn't have any energy to give. But in the summer when she's off and she's like raising her babies, that's when she's like recharged. And so it's like the perfect time to be working on this business and like stealing her energy to like fill my cup. It really is.
That's wonderful.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like none of us can give without a full cup.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't want to have, like, if you're trying to give with just like the bottom. There's a Bernard of Clairvaux was a monk, and he said, let us be a reservoir, not a canal.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't want to be in and out, in and out, in and out. Just like hold that reservoir of energy.
Yeah.
In addition to tarot, I have master's degrees in theology. And I'm not it.
It's helpful to understand.
Right there, it's like
it absolutely is. You always have to, like, learning from history and being able to absorb things in the past will always make you have a brighter future, as long as you learn from the past and what was done. And especially with the histories of the gods and everything. Again, like, a lot of people forget about that. And even in school, like when we learned about all the gods and the goddesses and everything, it kind of went in one ear and out the other. And with people like us, we're able to actually bring back that kind of mythology for people to, again, better help soothe them.
Yeah.
That's what Stephen King said. He says the mind is like a sieve.
It is.
And then things that get stuck in mine, may go through yours.
It's so lovely.
Oh, this is so much fun. Okay, is that my reading?
I mean, I think that's pretty clear.
I think that's a pretty clear reading too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is pretty
You're
clear.
definitely on the right path. Utilize the energy from your family. Obviously, you have some wonderful women around you that can help guide you and give you that kind of intuition. Make time for yourself. Don't let it be all about business. Get out in nature, which you love, and keep going at it. Strong. Yeah.
Oh.
You made the right choice. I feel like the Matrix. Like, you made the right choice.
The blue pill. Let's go. This is incredible. I hope also people seeing this and hearing this, like, this breaks down the barrier of going. This is like,
It does. I think that people's interpretation of what practitioner work and what witchcraft is, they automatically associate it with Salem now. That has definitely turned into a wild and crazy Disney World theme park. Instead of being able to focus on what it is really about. Practitioners have been around for a long time. That's where herbalism came from, and like being able to understand that we're not like all about hoodoo voodoo. We don't hex people if we don't have to. It's not all about that kind of thing. It's being able to again get in touch with the energies around you and talking with people that were born with a gift that are put on this earth to help you and to guide you. It's not scary. It's just, allow yourself the opportunity to feel that way. And so besides Mariella, I have 3 other beautiful and talented readers. And then, including myself, once in a while I'll bring up my crystal ball and I will do crystal ball readings as well. So that's really fun. That dives into like your ancestors and everything. People come through that all the time.
yeah.
Yes.
Because you particularly have a medium specialty.
Yes, I've always been able to connect with things that are around me. I've been able to see and hear and touch things that to everyone's naked eye possibly is not there, or just they're not opening their third eye enough to see it. Um, so I was born with a gift, and I've always been able to help people. My family has a long line of healers and seers, and so I'm the last of the female line on that side.
And I want to make sure we get out there too. There's you guys have events. There's your big event is in September.
Oh my goodness, yes. Oh, I love this event. So this is the Psychic Craft Fair. So we bring 20 different vendors from all over Cape Ann and New England. We have a bunch of psychics available for readings. They're absolutely, again, talented. We take over the parking lot at the Whistlestop Mall. And last year, hundreds of people showed up for it. This year, we are going to have the Lunch Lady food truck, which is so awesome. She has an elaborate array of food, and she will be there as well. And then in October, 2 weeks before Halloween, we are going to do a Witches Night Market. And it's going to be at night. And all the tents are going to be covered in lights and lanterns and everything. We have smoke machines going. So the September Fair is September 28th. And it's all day long from 10 until 5 p.m.
That's my daughter's birthday.
Well, then that's a pure sign right there.
We'll have her there.
I think you should.
Anything you guys need? Do you guys need more help? Do you need anything? Just people come down, check it out, say hello, like buy
Absolutely.
something.
Just
Support the other local people that are putting items in your shop and buy.
Yeah,
local.
I think that I always say that people will come to my store when they need it. When people need to find me, they will come. I really hope that people understand that there are other gift stores besides Bearskin Neck, and that there are people that are in business year round. We strive to again help the community, and we have a huge food bank outside the store to help people that are in need as well. So even when the business is not like open, we are still giving back. This year, for 4 years now, we have done a Yule gift giving, and we help various low-income families receive presents and Christmas trees for the holiday season. And so we'll be doing our gift giving celebration again this year. Last year, we helped 526 kids. When I tell you my store is small, and there was a lot of presents in there.
You get to feel like Santa Claus. It's
we
so cool.
do. It's so awesome.
It's piled up to the ceiling.
It
There's
is.
so many.
It's beautiful. And just being able to see the faces of the people in the community that really need help, that are too proud to ask other people for help. They come in after hours to pick up their gifts, and we are firm believers that no person should go hungry or go without a gift. And that's what true practitioner work is about too, is always giving back to the community, and being our true witchy awesome selves. So
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
You guys are an absolute hoot and a joy. I can't say that enough. It's in Rockport in the Whistlestop Mall.
Yep.
Apothecary Suil
Crow.
Crow.
Yeah, so it's Gaelic for eye. So backwards in Gaelic it would be crow's eye apothecary. We do have things from Ireland in there. We have our hagstones, and whenever I talk to the gentleman that picked them up in Dublin, I always feel like I need a shot of whiskey so I can understand what they're saying. Because I cannot understand a word that they're saying. But
What are your typical hours?
so in the summertime, we're open 7 days a week. Usually from 10 until about 6 or 7 Monday through Thursday, and then the weekends 10 until like 7 or 8 o'clock.
Okay.
But if someone comes at the very, very end, we will never close our doors for you. If you need help and need looking for something or need a reading, we will never turn you down. So.
And or call if you want to schedule
Yeah,
something
call.
specific.
Absolutely. The phone for the business is actually my cell phone. I'm actually available to customers 24/7 if you need any spiritual guidance or if you need any sort of help. Even if it's 3 o'clock in the morning and I roll over and I see a text message, I will actually text you back. So there's no phone inside the store because I want my employees to be able to actually focus on the store, and the same thing for my readers. I don't want them to have to answer the phone or hear some god awful ringing. Instead, I'd rather people hear Fleetwood Mac when they walk in the door.
There you
and
go.
Just relax and enjoy.
I love a good Stevie Nicks.
Yeah,
I
we
love Stevie
playing that.
Nicks.
We love playing that.
Well, thank you both for coming on here. This was an incredible experience. I appreciate the card reading mostly because it's just reassuring to the path I'm on. So I'll be back,
Yay.
and you do the same. Come back and visit me.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
We have to.
Thanks.
We might have to do a surprise witchy visit for you.
I would love that. Awesome. All right, Cape Ann, go check them out. Rockport, it'll be fun.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thanks.
much for having us here. This has been a blast.
Yeah, you guys are great.